live with Bake. I'm in Jean's dining room. Change of scenery. So, happy New Year. Wait for everybody to come on in. Usually 9, but I thought Garden State Gardener would have been live tonight, and he's not. So, let me know if you can hear me or see me. "2023, believe it? Well, somebody's in here. Let's see. We'll just have to wait for some comments so I can make sure you can see and hear me well. We have 4 people in here. Can you see and hear me? Fine. The Rooster. Hello, Melody. Been a while, sis. Hello, Rooster. Happy New Year. Hello, Shelly and Anthony. Happy New Year. Just making sure everyone can hear and see me good so we can get Sunday nights live rocking and rolling. If you were here last night or you weren't, I did a live for New Year's Eve for anybody that was alone. 5x5. Okay. But happy 2023, Shelly and Anthony. Rooster, right back at you. Everything look okay? And can you hear me? I figured a change of scenery and I would do it in the dining room tonight. Do live in Jean's dining room. She made a wonderful dinner tonight. Boneless pork loin, sauerkraut, mashed potatoes, so it was good. So how was everyone's day? Hello, Miss Andell. Happy New Year. Hello, Mel. Let's see. I hear and see you well. Watched your last night live. Oh, you did? I did it because I was alone and in case anyone else was alone. And then, sorry, I had to be abrupt, but my son, who I haven't heard from, called me last night, so I had to quick hop off. But thank you for watching it. Happy New Year, Suzanne. Happy New Year again, Miss Andell. Rooster saying Happy New Year to you as also. So, 2023 we're in. Do you believe it? So yeah, we'll have to see if Paul Honeyman makes it, because I think I heard last night, I think from Suzanne. Well, I know I received an email that he had a lung infection, was on antibiotics, but I think the antibiotics may not have worked. So they were going to put him on a different round of antibiotics. Happy New Year. So I don't know if he'll be here tonight. Thank you to Red Silo Homestead, who was moderating last night, and Suzanne. Greatly appreciate it. And again, apologize for my abrupt ending. Hello, Pam. Oh, I had an itch. Join me in the dirt. How are you, girlfriend? We're in Jean's dining room tonight for the live. I figured a change of scenery besides the room. I wasn't sure if I wanted to sit over there or sit here where this picture is. But you know what's weird? I got interviewed that 30 days I stayed here before, right in this very spot. So happy New Year, Pam. I spoke to Pam today. It's always good talking to Pam. I was having like some lightheadedness earlier today when I was talking to her, and like my feet were going numb. I was like, Pam, I think I should eat something, and I did, and I felt much better. I guess I was getting a little lightheaded because it was already here. It was like afternoon. So I did one of those tuna fish that comes with the relish, mayo, and crackers. That was my lunch today. And Jean made dinner. Well, Thomas and Jean made dinner. Boneless pork roast, which is what I'm used to. I know the South does black-eyed peas, and we do boneless pork for good health, prosperity, and fortune, I think, going into the future. So it was delish. Glad you're feeling better. Yeah, definitely that tuna fish helped for sure. Glad to see 2022 go away. I'm still fighting it also. Hopefully I'm on the mend. Got a bad ear infection, but congestion is finally gone 2 months of this. Oh, Lord, Rooster. Yeah, I hope you start feeling better. That's right, Suzanne. Connect to our friends, Miss Andale. So, yeah, I would normally be 9. I thought Mr. Garden State Gardener was going live tonight. So I figured I'll go on 9:05. And yeah, he's not on. I know he was Ubering last night because he came into the New Year's Eve live. What do you think of this shirt? I grabbed this when I was at TJ Maxx. It's sort of like a long sleeve, I guess, workout short shirt. You could put workout pants so you don't look like a slob. It's on clearance, so I grabbed it. And then I felt guilty. But I don't have all my long sleeve shirts accessible. I run around in that black thing all the time. The black things just zip up if you see me in the videos, and that's because my arms are so skinny and I'm cold all the time. It's crazy. Pam said she loves the shirt. Miss Andale said very cute. Yeah, I had guilt afterwards, like, shouldn't be getting that, Very nice. Looks good on you, sister. Thank you, Rooster. So yeah, met some new people last night. Oh, I forgot to notify Red Silo Homestead about going live, or maybe he's busy putting his chickens to beds or something. Hopefully he pops in. If you weren't here last night, I did talk about, I worked a lot yesterday, and I worked with Darren. It's Darren and Justine from Red Silo Homestead. They also have KY Grow Lab channel. Please go check them out. Wow. Like, my description was shortened, the banner was changed quickly because we were trying to figure out how to put an Amazon link on the banner. So a lot of work. I spoke to them in the morning, and then we worked together yesterday on things to do with YouTube. So there'll be more information coming on that. The Amazon wish list has nothing in it other than what would be a priority if I have to live in my SUV. So if you want to check that out, he made suggestions and made a list, and I added them into the Amazon wish list. Because the clock is ticking. We're now into January officially. And I think I have till either sometime in February or the first or second week of March, and then I would have to leave. So let's see. Thank you for posting their link. And what else? So yeah, I did a lot of work. Hello, Indiana Backyard Gardener. Yeah, you need to give me a call, girl. Found some information out on that bag. Hey, Happy New Year, Mel. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm in the ads. Okay. Glad to see you in here tonight. I showed Adrian a Louis Vuitton bag that I have that I had never ever used to unload it for extra money to put down possibly on a place. And then a neighbor that I became close with near Jimmy's when I was there, she has a hairdresser that has a whole room designated to Louis Vuitton, and she said, you don't need the money tomorrow. Don't just go and quick sell it, because then if you sell it, say for $1,300, you're going to be pissed if the bag's worth more. Her hairdresser gave her a link to the bag, and it's going for, I think, it's not a guarantee, it's just a link. I think it was like $2,000, so it would be a couple dollars more. And something about a lot of the bags have like numbers on it to let you know the authenticity. When I called them a certain time frame, they put a chip in the bag, and I was like, wow, I wouldn't have known that. So that might be one option, is to unload that. Well, that is going to be an option. I've never used it. I'm going to unload that, and then I'm going to be selling my refrigerator, stove, dishwasher, and one of the freezer boxes. We'll see how that goes. I need Mr. Thomas to get busy taking pictures. He still hasn't done anything yet. So yeah, that's 2 ways. If I can unload a couple things, maybe get a couple dollars. May not be a lot on the appliances, but it's better than nothing at all. Let's see. You're still in the ads, really? Hope. for sure. I figured I'd let the holidays go by, Adrian, and then we would catch up and talk about it. And the hairdresser said the bag is one price, the wallet and the other one's completely separate, but we already knew that, so always look slept when it's down. Hope I'm not missing anything. No, you're not. You're okay. So 10 people in and 7 thumbs up. If you could smash the thumbs up button, that would be awesome. If anyone is new here and doesn't know what's going on, I had to move in 30 days. I'm here for 90. If you want to help me out in any way, shape, or form, you can either look at the Amazon wish list, which would be items I would need if I'm living in my SUV. And the other thing is you can play the master playlist. I put a bunch of videos in there. If you could just let it run while you're doing chores or washing dishes, and let the ads play, that would help out a lot. This is a long ad. Haha, she put a hair dryer. Really? For a hair dryer? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Adrian. I don't know. That's the next thing I have to look into. But I'm thankful to Darren for trying to help me get my YouTube a little bit more buttoned up, I guess is the right word. Because a lot of people that are bigger, they don't want to kind of help you. So I definitely need a new banner. So we just stuck a sunflower up there for now. Suzanne says a hair dryer. What brand? It'd have to be really expensive for that type of an ad, right? Holy moly. I've never even heard of that brand. Laifin, Laifen. Skip the ad. It's okay. Skip the ad and just get on in. Hello, Patriot Underground. Happy New Year. Hey, Big. Hey, peeps. How are you? I hope that you had a beautiful, wonderful New Year's Eve. And I hope that you have a wonderful 2023. Thank you, Miss Andell. So just so that you know, I did mention Paul Honeyman may not be here because last I heard he had a lung infection. I did make Red Silo a moderator to go with Anne and Suzanne to help out because there's going to be future links that he knows about. That news will come probably, I'll know more information about it maybe by next Sunday. So if you see him in here dropping different links you're not used to seeing, that's going to be why. He's really trying to lead me down the right road when it comes to YouTube, and trying to help out with the situation that I'm in. So much love and respect. I was like, don't you have something better to do on New Year's Eve? He said, no. So we worked quite a few hours on my YouTube and I'm eternally grateful for that. So hopefully it pops in tonight. Sorry you have to move. Hope things get better, Melody. I do too, Rooster. Part of me is just like, I can't believe it again. When I went with Jimmy, that just wasn't, when he asked me to move in, it was just never, I think once he lost his job, he just didn't want to find another job and work. But I guess it's water under the bridge now. But foolish me spent pretty much all my money to better the property, the house, put in a garden. Y'all know that. And it came back to bite me right in my butt. So I'm trying not to be depressed about it. I'm trying to look at some places in the morning. I've looked at a couple trailers. I'm looking for anything like a studio. But if I do have to stay in my vehicle until I have the rest of the money together to put down on something where I'm comfortable, so be it. What's going to happen to the chickens? Because that just came up between me, Jean, and Thomas. Apparently, they're not going to want to keep the chickens. So I would want to give the chickens to somebody that already has chickens that would take good care of them. I mean, that breaks my heart, but it's a roof over my head or chickens, unless I found like a house to rent or something like that. But thank you, Rooster. Now it's an ad about wind turbines. Will you just skip it, Adrian? Oh my goodness. Hello, Huga. Happy New Year, darling. How are you? Thank you for coming in. There's the Patriot Underground's link. Miss Andale and Suzanne, thank you so much for helping out. Whoop, she's in. Yay. Oh, there he is. He was in last night too, Mr. Joe Serrano. Hello, Melody. This day started out good, but it rains a lot beginning at 3:30 p.m. and right now it is cold. You're probably getting what we had. We had quite a few days of rain, and then it was like snowing, then ice, and then we had what? That 9 degrees? No, it said 6 degrees. It feels like -9. That was atrocious. I'm glad that I was using a rubber bowl for the chickens because the water was freezing up so quickly. I don't know how true it is. I'm going to try it and let you know. If you fill up a water bottle, not this size, I'm just using it as an example, but if you fill up a regular sized water bottle and you put some salt in it and you put it this way in the chicken bowl, it apparently keeps going like this. So it just extends the life of the water so it doesn't keep freezing. Um, Really nice here this morning. Sunny, blue skies compared to yesterday. We were in a fog advisory. This area here likes to go crazy with fireworks. They did some last night, but with a fog advisory and it was like misting, you could barely see. So that wouldn't have been safe. So that was our weather. Today it was sunny and very nice out, and I think one of the days this week it's going to be like 60. So that's crazy. He's such an angel. Are we talking about Darren and Justine? Yeah, such a good guy, ex-military. And I said to him, like, don't you have something to do? I don't want to be taking up your time. And he said, once you're in the military, New Year's Eve is just another day, he said. But I'm so thankful he helped me out. But Happy New Year, Mr. Joe Serrano. Thank you for posting my PayPal. I really do appreciate that. And Sunset Farm, Ohio. Oh my goodness. I was just going to say Happy New Year. You said I didn't do that. Hope 2023 is better for you. Susan with a $20 super chat. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I think my super chats, the last I checked, was like at 60. If you're not familiar with YouTube, they won't send it out until it reaches 100. So thank you so much for that. Eternally grateful. I'm going to apply that to something I may need to be in my SUV. So in case you're just coming in, Happy New Year. And I had the help of Red Stylo to put necessities inside my Amazon wish list that would be needed to be living in an SUV in the cold. So it will be nothing that's not of importance inside that wish list. If anyone was to feel ever so generous, wants to take a look at the list. He wrote everything out, ex-military, everything out of what he thought I needed and put it in an email. We spoke on the phone and then I added it all in. So that was a great big help. But trying to add the link took us like forever. But it's there. You can see it on the banner now. But thank you so much for the super chat. How you doing, Suzanne? How was your New Year's Eve? Let's see. I won some seeds on Broke Farmers Live last week. That's awesome. Was it really nice there today too, Indiana Backyard Gardener? That's awesome. Suzanne says, I want a pattern from Liz Crochets with Love. Oh, that's awesome, Suzanne. Saw a video of Sherry's with Banana Man dancing. You and Lion Crest as well. That was funny. Melody, how can I help, sis? I won't do PayPal. I'd much rather get it to you directly. Like Brother Sean always said, never look down on somebody unless you're giving them a hand. Wow, you're going to bring tears to my eyes. I brought him up briefly last night. I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer for New Year's Eve, and I also didn't want to be a bandwagoner, if that's the correct word. I don't know, because PayPal goes directly into my bank account. That's how I have it set up, if you feel comfortable that way. I did say last night that I would speak on Sean a little bit on Sunday night because I'd rather put out my own video. I don't have, like editing software to be adding in a bunch of pictures, but I will say this. Let's talk about Sean for a minute. If y'all know, North Shore Preparedness passed away. Sean, my friend, on Christmas Eve. I found out the following morning, and literally my comment was like, no, that this just can't be real. I was completely in shock and completely brokenhearted. We used to talk a lot at night on the phone, all different conversations. I mean, so 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Such a great human being. We did this thing together where prepper meets gardener, because you do collide. He always helped a lot of YouTubers out there. He was a wonderful person. Just couldn't pull it together, to be really honest with you. I'm going to hold it together right now, but I couldn't pull it together. I just was shocked and felt so bad for him. I'm going to look back on all the conversations we had late at night and appreciate that. But I feel absolutely terrible. And then something spooky happened. My cell phone rang. And the way I have them in my phone is Sean, North Shore Preparedness, and my phone rang with that. And I was like, what? And I answered the phone like, hello? I thought it was his brother. I feel honored. His son called me because my number was right there. It was Pinball Preparedness who got contacted first. I was contacted second. But I really did think it was his brother. It ended up being his son. Oh, I offered my condolences. I told him how, he spoke so highly of you and your sister. I'm just going to go with this, but stay tuned for the video. He basically obviously had some mobility issues that we knew about, and the community came together to keep the roof over his head. Let's see. His son had said he did have some heart problems. I think it was found out in 2020. And I said to him, do you think if he could have got the right proper medical care that he would be here today? And he said, yeah. He said, I guess he kept some of it a secret, from the kids, the family, and whatnot. And, getting medical help in Canada is a little bit different than here. And I'm just going to leave it with this. I even said to his son, they're going to get like a funeral thing together, and then they'll let me know and I'll let you know. But I am completely brokenhearted. So let's just leave it with this. It would kind of be like doctors are all in the room checking you out, and you're just tired, And it's basically like he just went to sleep. Take a cat nap, and he was gone. So it was heart related for sure. And he will be sadly missed. Sadly missed. But stay tuned for my little tribute that will be saying somewhat of the same things. His son was A-okay with me talking about it. I just couldn't put a video out right away because, again, I'm brokenhearted. And I feel so bad for his family. And I feel bad for him. But he's not in pain anymore. I did a cheers with a little Kahlua and cream last night to Sean, dancing it up on New Year's Eve. But I can't say that I'm just still hurting. That's all. So with that being said, I am going to put out a video on him specifically this week. And I hope you all tune in. But Sean did a lot for this community, big time. But yeah, to get to what you were saying, Rooster, he did always say, like Brother Sean always said, never look down on somebody unless you're giving them a hand up, and that is true. And you know what else I did? And I promise I'll get to the comments. When I was talking to Red Silo Homestead yesterday, doing work for YouTube, something came up and I was like, the word skinny came out of my mouth. And then I was like on the phone and I said, the skinny. the skinny. I said it 3 times and he's like, Mel, what's going on? And I said, Sean used to say that. He always said, like, what's the skinny? I said, and that just came right out of my mouth. And he said, well, it's understandable. You know, Sean's the skinny was when you came in, you could never sneak on by because he'd be like, Bake, I see you slipping on in. You know, this skinny was, what state are you in? What's the price of a gallon of gas? What's the price of ground beef going for? And that was the skinny. So loves and hugs to Sean's children, his mom and dad. His mom's suffering Alzheimer's, and it's just a sad thing, very, very sad thing. We're praying it does not come to that, Mel. Yeah, praying for that too, Adrian. Hi, Mel and everyone from Maine here. Hello, proud mom. Happy New Year. Sorry to be running a little bit behind probably on the comments, but, you know, I did say yesterday that I was going to speak a little bit on Sean's on Sunday Nights Live. Let's see. Ms. Andale still posting links. So what is the status on the appliances? Were you able to get them listed? No. Sorry, my voice just went out. I finally just got into the garage yesterday and had a little exchange of words. I'm like, I can't even get through. He needs to put the freezer drawer back in on the refrigerator so I can get a picture. Things need to be moved out of the way. And he would have to go to the storage unit, he being Thomas, and take a picture of the stove, the dishwasher, and wait, this. So it's the refrigerator, the stove, the dishwasher, and one of the freezer boxes. One I'm going to keep and one I'm going to unload. So I do need him to get moving. I don't even have the code to my own storage unit yet. I keep forgetting to ask, but so got to get on him for that, for those pictures, unless I can actually find the pictures inside somewhere on my phone. But no, I was waiting till the holidays passed, Adrian, before I bugged you about the bag, and I've never had to sell anything a day in my life, so I may need some assistance that way. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve saying hop hop. Hello, Happy New Year. It's the big 2023. Welcome in to Sunday Nights Live. Happy to see you. Yeah. Adrian just said, what? I did not know that. Yeah, he passed away Christmas Eve. It's very, very sad. So that would be Jen and Steve from Good Times Homestead. So welcome, welcome in. Hi, Nikki. The Everyday Life of an OCD-ish chick. Hi, my friend. How are you? Happy New Year. Good evening, Melody. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming in, Nikki. I really appreciate it. Well, look who it is. And I hope to God you tell me you're better. Happy New Year from England. Sorry I'm late, everyone. You're never late. I wasn't sure if you were feeling better, so I said you might not make it. But Happy New Year, Paul. I'm so happy to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yep, meal for breakfast, North Shore Preparedness. Brother did a tribute, decompression chamber. Somebody copyright claimed on it and they took it down. I'm so glad I attended. Yeah, I couldn't believe that when you told me that last night. My brother would still be alive if he had medical insurance. Sunset Farm, Ohio. Yeah, I mean, I know the medical situation in Canada is different. And even here, if you don't have medical insurance, you know, I mean, try to do something. Even try for the state insurance. So just heartbreaking. But yeah, welcome in Sunset Farm, Ohio. Sorry to hear that. Happy New Year's. Thank you for coming in. Greatly appreciate it. There's Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Did everyone have a nice New Year's Eve? I was on here. If you want to go back and watch it, I was on here last night. I think the title said no one has to go into 2023 alone, because I was alone. And I had to change my way of thinking. My way of thinking Christmas night was, one, I was sad about the news. And I kept feeling like I don't want to take my subscribers away from their family and friends. And that's why I was not on Christmas night. I wanted everybody to enjoy themselves and not, be boggled down because I'm stuck sitting in a room. You know what I mean? So I feel like I kind of made up for it last night because I wanted to go on in case anyone was alone. And there were some really nice people that did come in that were alone. I can't think of the name of her channel, but I can remember her name though because it was Debbie. And she said she's been a long time subscriber. She just never really speaks. And she spoke a lot last night and such a lovely person. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Absolutely. Metal said the same thing. Okay, Rooster. So yeah, it's your other thing, Rooster. I don't know what you feel comfortable with, but I do have PayPal, and I have that set up to go directly into my bank account, if that helps. I am so glad Paul is here too, Miss Andale. I've missed him. Yep, Joe Serrano saying what? North Shore Preparedness has passed. Heard something about him. Thought it was only a YouTube sanctions and or channel removal. His brother was a channel removal. Somebody had turned him in. I don't know. I wasn't there for the live. Suzanne was. She can post a story, but yeah, North Shore Preparedness, good friend, fellow YouTuber, died on Christmas Eve, and I'm brokenhearted about it. Yep, passed on it, Joe. Yep. Happy New Year's. Hope you're feeling better at Paul Honeyman. There she is, Erin. She was in last night too. Hello, Erin. Happy New Year. She says, Happy New Year again, everyone, but that's because she was in last night. And then I had to end it abruptly because my son Johnny, who I haven't heard from, not even throughout the holidays, called a little after 12. So it's me at the end of my live, like, that's my son I haven't heard from. Love y'all. Happy New Year. Gotta go. And I'm glad he called. Of course, he was crying. And he said, Happy New Year, Mom. I said, Happy New Year, Johnny. I said, why are you crying? I don't think he'll care if I share this part. I said, why are you crying? And he said, well, he hesitated. And he said, I'm sorry. And I said, sorry for what? And he said, for not being there for you. And I said, it's okay. You're my son. I love you. I said, I'm sorry if I became this embarrassment by what just recently happened. It's not my intention to embarrass you at all. I said, but it's okay. I love you. And just kept it moving from there. I didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable. He did say he had a couple personal things going on, but he wasn't willing to elaborate, and that's okay. I didn't want to push anything. I'm just thankful that he called me on New Year's Eve to tell me that he loved me. My Jarrett worked. Per Sean, lift up your brothers and sisters. Yeah, Huga, that's what, that is exactly what the rooster said that Sean always said. Always reach your hand out and lift up your brothers and sisters. It's exactly right. Thank you so much for last night's live. Yes, lots of prayers and love to Sean and his family. I 100% understand the pain. Yep. And you're welcome. Anyone that came in, you're welcome. This was suggested for tonight. Jean and Thomas were like, why don't you try these little dessert cups? And I'm like, what? Jean said there's a cookie dough and a tiramisu. Thomas didn't like it, but he said, why don't you take one and try it on live tonight? You can tell people whether or not you like it. So I was like, okay. Well, that's good to know, Paul. I'm glad to hear that you're improving. I'm listening, starting food for my hubby. Okay, Erin. Yep. Let's see. Yep, everybody was asking about Paul last night as well. And I only just gave the last update that I knew, like a lung infection on antibiotics. And hopefully he's doing good. Let's see. Back on the antibiotics again, okay. Oh, that's sweet, Erin. That's so cute. Right? Nikki says, that's awesome. Melody, I have a bone to pick with you. I got up today to see you did a surprise live last night. I had an early night as it was a quiet night for me. I would have been on if you'd posted a warning. I know. I'm sorry about that. This is the problem of using my phone and not using my laptop to schedule things. I hope it's one of my things I am hoping to get better at, is using my laptop. I think I'm a little scared that maybe the web camera, because the camera that came with it isn't the best, but that's one of my goals for 2023 is to start getting back on that laptop so that my videos drop like they used to at the same time and I can post my lives and stuff. I did ask someone to post it out last night and they said they did. So sorry about that. We would have been more than happy to have you. It was somewhat of a spontaneous thing. I thought if I'm alone, other people are going to be alone. Let's just go live and we'll hang out and we'll ring in the new year together. I tried to turn my tripod around to Shelly and Anthony's video of the ball dropping, but they were 30 seconds behind and it just wasn't the best. But I tried. You know, I felt like I wanted to give back and be there for anyone else that was alone. So sorry that you missed it. That's my bad. I promise I'll get better with that. No, I didn't warn anyone. I just went for it. Hello, Miss Lori. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, all my friends. Happy 2023. Thank you for coming in, Miss Lori, and watching. She had to give up after a little bit on the lives, but she said it's smart to put the lives in there. She was running my whole master playlist, which was amazing. I greatly appreciate it. Indiana Backyard Gardener would be like writing like the number and still watching. And then Christmas came, of course. So if anyone wants to keep running that master playlist, that actually is really helping, to be honest with you. That's right, Erin. Paul Honeyman, we missed you, and trust me, friend, it was noticed. You were not on Hope the New Antibiotics work. Yeah, let me say this to Paul. Paul, this was funny because Darren from Red Silo Homestead, I made him a moderator, and I don't remember exactly what he said word for word, but he dropped like something fresh in there and said, "There you go. Now it'll feel like Paul Honeyman's here with his, jokes or something along the line." And it was funny. You would have had to have been there. So that was nice of Darren to do that. It was a great phone call, actually. He said he was going to go tailgate for the Eagles today. And I said, well, that's good because I felt good that he wasn't out last night having some cocktails. We were in a dense fog advisory here and it was raining. It was just not a good night here. So he was just at his house. He rents a room where he's at. And my Jarrett was working and my daughter was home with my two grandchildren. And she allowed my grandson to have I think she was only expecting like 2 or 3 of his friends. I think 5 may have showed up. And she said one of the kids she didn't really care for. By like 1 o'clock, she was just like, okay, it's time for you to go. She said he was just kind of a little bit on the roadside or whatever. But overall, it seemed like they all had fun. My kids are safe, so thank God for that. That's the most important thing, is to be safe. I did raise them well. My friend Jay always used to say that, even going way back when, used to say that New Year's Eve is amateur night. So I instilled that in the kids' head, like amateur nights when all the drunk drivers are out. You're better off just staying in, and that's what they did. Well, that is nice gift for sure to hear from your boy. Sure is, because I just was sort of like, I wasn't sure if I did something to you. And then I went for the situation. I just said, I'm sorry if this situation I'm in is embarrassing you, or, that's not my intention. I can't explain why this is happening. Only God knows. He just cried. And then I didn't want him to keep crying, and I was changing the subject. And so That was like the best gift, you know? I told him that my heart was hurting, not hearing from him, and I was feeling scared that I wasn't hearing from him. I did let him know that because I'm very open with my two sons, you know? So, yep, that was a great gift. Hi, Eka. Hi, Melody. Hi, all. Happy New Year's. I hope that you have a wonderful 2023 that goes for everyone that's in here. And I hope that you had a good New Year's Eve, no matter what you did. But welcome in, welcome in. And a great big Happy New Year to Miss Lori's husband, Dave, and Mima. I wanted to say that too before I forget. Happy New Year just to everyone. Let's see. Everyone's saying hello. Glad to see you're able to be on. Paul Honeyman says, Pam, join me in the dirt. I know we miss him when he's not on, right, with his sense of humor. His sense of humor wasn't the greatest because, you know, he wasn't feeling good. And that's okay. He gets a free pass, but it was funny. Wasn't it, Erin? You were in. Hopefully you didn't miss it. Suzanne was in. When Darren made some type of like wisecrack, like a fresh wisecrack, and said, just wanted to make you feel comfortable, like Paul Honeyman was in the chat. It was funny. It really was funny. Oh, Christine, I will help you out. Says we need to make contact, Melody. So I have to be under the table, shall we say? If we can talk sometime, you can talk to Christy if you wish. Okay, what would be the best way to do that, Rooster? Do you want to send me an email and then I can give you my cell phone number? One of the moderators can drop my email address so that the Rooster has it so we can get in touch with each other. But that will be my email address. You can just write a hi if you want, and then I'll forward you my cell phone number. And we'll be in contact that way. And thank you, thank you. I mean, I greatly appreciate that beyond words. And I do understand what you're saying. I completely understand. So thank you so much for that. Just know if you see a number that comes up 215, that's Pennsylvania. So yeah, if one of the moderators can drop my email address, I'd greatly appreciate it for the Rooster. Took me days. Hopefully that means, okay, let me see. I felt like you just went 40. That can lead you into a whole road. There she is. Happy New Year, Voon. Voon, I love you. She says, hello, Melody. Happy New Year, Bake a Leg. I'm so happy you're in here because I wanted to not just send you a text saying Happy New Year. Did you all check out the video? I mean, I got it a few days before Christmas, was never expecting it. I actually have it on the table because I was thinking of like different things I could do tonight or bring up. And I'm wondering if I have enough time to set it up to grow maybe a couple things before I have to skedaddle. But that was so generous. If you don't know what I'm talking about, for about a year, maybe was it a year, Boone? Boone sends everyone sends the best gifts, but she shouldn't have, but I'm glad she did. She sent me an AeroGarden. I did a shout out unboxing of it. Christmas gift. So the video's on the channel if you'd like to see that. And I mean, shall I say it made me cry? It did. And I was just sitting on the bed and she was texting me like, there's a box that went to the address. Did you get it? I was like, no. Well, here, one of them brought it in. If I would have been in a different room or they wouldn't have been here, I probably would have screamed on the top of my lungs. So I don't want it to think I was down in the dumps because my voice is a little bit lower. I'm just trying to be courteous. Or I would have been screaming with excitement. She sent me an AeroGarden for Christmas. Oof. Absolutely love it. If Pam doesn't mind me saying. How do I say this one? We'll just go with this one. Pam, 2 cases for pint size mason jars. So I could do a little bit more canning as soon as I find the top. And I did discuss that with Red Silo Homestead. They're probably doing some chicken and beans. And he even said he made me put more pint-sized jars in the Amazon wish list because I'm going to need them. It's a quick and easy way to be able to eat if I'm staying in my SUV. But love you, Voon. She says, hello, everyone in the chat. Happy New Year. I hope you're feeling better. Oh, Paul, I hope that you get better too. There is my girl's link. I like the way, no pun intended to Paul, but when Suzanne posted, she says, check out our friend Voon. She is our friend. Let's see. Let me just scroll through, see if I'm missing anything, get caught up. Oh, you're on antibiotics now, Voon? Oh, you said you had that dry cough. Is that what it's for, the cough? I hope it didn't get any more serious than that. Yeah, I did not expect anyone, but then my son texted and asked what we were doing. Then he said he was coming over with his girlfriend. Well, that's nice. That's nice, Adrian. Then my daughter got off of work at like 10 and asked if 2 of her friends could come over, laugh out loud. So we had a house full. Well, that's good. Beats being alone on New Year's, honestly. Some people look at it like, oh, it's just another day. But when you're used to like your grown kids coming over, or you're used to being your own place, or being, at the other house for 2 years and 3 months, whatever the heck it was. We'll just round it off for 2.5 years. It's definitely different. But last night went well. I'm glad that I was able to be on for other people that were alone. So that was that surprise live last night. The link skin dropped. But I told my husband I was grateful that they'd rather spend it with us than be anywhere else. I'm telling you, that is true. Your kids want to come home or they want to be there and they're allowed to have their friends. That's definitely a plus for sure. Plus it's more safer. Yeah, absolutely. Prayers for Boone for speedy recovery. Prayers for Paul, speedy recovery. Let's see. Well, that's a good question, Suzanne. Suzanne says, Paul, please tell me the construction is done. Could you imagine feeling sick and having to listen to construction throughout the whole holidays? Ugh. That's the address, but I'm not a mod. Yeah, that's the email address. Let me see. Yep, that's it. For the rooster, there it is. Yes, that will be great. Email will be fine. We are in Missouri, 816 area code. Okay, so if you can send me just even a quick hi to that email address, if you want to screenshot it or write it down, just send me a hello or whatever, and then I will forward you my cell phone number. Let's see. James Gippy or Gip, I hope I'm not butchering your name, but Happy New Year, saying thumbs up. Welcome in. I don't think I've seen you here before, and hopefully I did not just butcher your name, but welcome, welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, good. I'm glad you got it, the rooster. Thank you, Miss Andell. Creative Girl Homestead. Hello, Happy New Year. Saying Happy New Year, bake a leg, and let's dig it and chat. Welcome, welcome. How are you? I hope your New Year's Eve was good. And I hope your 2023 is even better. I hope mine's even better. Jeez Louise. Let's see. That's a good question. I remember that Indiana Backyard Garden. I don't know if anybody else remembers that. When Voon was getting all these other packages from somebody, and it was Amazon, they were sending it to the wrong place. Could you imagine? She says, at Voon, did you ever figure out whose packages you were getting? Or rather, did they ever figure it out? Let's see, I don't know whose they were, but they are still intact. Laugh out loud. That's funny. Yeah, isn't that crazy? My keyboard is Devil Child. That's true. Now that construction's over for Paul, he can rest. He can actually get sleep. If you didn't know, construction was going on where he lived for like forever. But I experienced that at Jimmy's when they were doing that whole street. It was like rattling the walls. Oh, it's annoying. So hard to sleep, or you get woken up bright and early. Yay, Mel. 2 more cases. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had mentioned that. So that's what Pam gave me for Christmas. I was able to purchase 2 cases here locally from the local Walmart. I'm going to be needing more. Not to sound ungrateful, but Red Silo made a good point. The pint-sized jars, protein, survival mode, my friends. So beans, I was talking to Pam today on the phone, like, can you pressure can black eyed peas? Can you pressure can chickpeas? And, she's my go-to person when it comes to pressure canning. She's like, yeah, you can pressure can any beans. And I'm like, okay. And I told her why I was asking, because Red Silo, is thinking if, all else fails and I have to be in there. That's why I'm trying to tell you that the Amazon wish list link that we did has survival items, like a way I can warm up beans or chicken. So yeah, going to need quite a few cases of pint-sized jars. Not the half pints, but pints. I'm going to need, I would probably say, about 4 to 6 more cases. And I'm trying a little trick here. I brought in the chicken legs that I canned, chili, and yesterday, and I put it on the counter to see if they're quick to pop open, quart-sized jar that has meat in it to eat it, or is it just about going into the freezer and going after my meats? So if that's the case, and I'll touch it in a couple days, I'm going to start pulling out meats and just pressure canning them. That's what I'm going to do. I think that would be the smart thing to do. So yeah, so that's on the button is up in the banner. I do have an Amazon wish list that the moderators can post. There'll be nothing in there that's of anything that's wanted per se. Hopefully I'm saying this right. It's of necessity to be able to live in my SUV with 2 dogs, right on down to 2 collapsible dog bowls he put on the list. Amazing man for giving me all that help yesterday, and a lot of the things that he told me to put in there is very sensible things. So if you'd like to check it out, feel free. Let's see. Oh, did it? It went to a bacterial infection? Wow, battling that now. I'm so ready to be my old self. Oh, so sorry, Voon. It's horrible. Last I talked to Voon, she had just a cough, the dry cough and everything. I think I found out in the very beginning when she had caught the V. And I was like, and then I wanted to give her a couple days. I'm like, how you feeling today? Because I always worry about the breathing factor. Are you breathing okay? And, so I did check up on her a couple times. Well, that would be good, Becca. Speaking of seeds, to keep the channel rolling, here's where we're going. Okay, so one, I have a fast and easy dinner roll. Nothing's fast and easy when I'm doing a video in someone else's kitchen, but bear with me. Jean put me to work over the holidays to make some things. Anyway, I made some dinner rolls. I forgot to post it, so I have that video. I made galumpkies the other day. I mentioned that last night. I made galumpkies, so I'll be posting that video. Monday's cuteness overload will be tomorrow. And the weight to my pressure canner was missing. So when things get situated and figured out, hopefully I can do some pressure canning videos. And then I was thinking that I would do, because I'm probably going to have to take some time off from gardening, obviously. So I don't want to leave the gardening community altogether. So I was thinking I could do my opinion on what I think you should do, say the second or third week of January. Like, what seed should you start? So I was thinking about doing that. If you are interested, let me know. I was going to put a video out for that this week. It'll be just like a little series, but it'll still keep me involved in the gardening aspect, because it's going to be hard not to garden, but it is what it is. I need to get a roof over my head. And yeah, so I was going to try to help out on, what seed should be started when, just different gardening things, some little series, I guess. I think I'm shedding. It's probably stress. I'm losing my hair. And I didn't go on the Sunday before, Paul, because I forgot it was Christmas night, and I didn't want to take away from my subscribers being with their families or their children. So I just didn't go on. And then I also had gotten the news that Sean from North Shore passed away, and I just didn't go live at all, because that's been hard, Let's see. Creative Girl Homestead, thanking Suzanne. Thank you, Melody. I do appreciate it. Love you, girl. You know that. I hope that you get better. I hope you have an amazing 2023. I hope you all do. I just need lots of prayers. Paul dropping those links. Have always made me feel welcome. Yeah, Erin was saying that last night, that she felt like she's never been judged over here on this channel, even though she's not a gardener or do certain things. She's learned a lot from being here. No one's ever made her feel stupid. I think I repeated that verbatim, word for word, and I said, if you ever went into a live and someone ever makes someone feel stupid, like, you shouldn't be there then, Here we always will make everyone feel welcome, and little tidbits so you could take into the future if you decide to start gardening, or maybe it's something baking, or just the way that we all respect each other in this community is just fantastic. But Erin did bring that up last night. Thank you all for Melody's email. I will be helping her. Oh, the roaster. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. Beyond words. Beyond words, because now we're at the next phase of this, and that's to, think outside the box of not being under-prepared, but being prepared for if I have to go in my vehicle. Warm things like a heater, a first aid kit. Like I just previously had stated, you are all more than welcome. Even if you don't pick up anything off that Amazon wish list, you can go in and see the items that he suggested I put in there. Very smart man. So it will be things that will be needed if I have to stay in my vehicle. One thing I had stated is I wanted one of those things where I can jump my own battery. I don't want to be somewhere and then feel scared because my battery died. So he had that link ready to go for me to add that into the Amazon wish list, just as an example. I still need to send you those links. I have just been wiped. I understand. I think I said to Jay earlier about that. I said, yeah, Voon said you can actually get some of the pods that are empty and you could put your own seeds in it. So why not? I mean, I guess the question is, should I try it while I'm here? And then what's the worst case scenario? I have to unplug it. You know what I mean? But it would give me something else to do. And, I like to have my hands in the dirt. So amazing. I do have it sitting on the table right here. Let's see. People are still saying hello. That's funny, Paul. If you ever think my keyboard is possessed, just remember it's me. Laugh out loud. Do not pressure can the Black Eyed Peas. I've been in love with Fergie forever. Oh my gosh, Paul. Ooh, that was a blur. Sorry, everyone. Paul, that was a good one. See, we've missed you and your sense of humor. So I really appreciate it, Darren, for doing that. You know, just making us feel like, well, here you go. Hopefully now you just feel like Paul Honeyman was in the live last night for New Year's Eve. That was awesome. Let's see. Hi, Barb. Happy New Year. I hope that you had a great New Year's Eve. I hope you have a wonderful 2023. Thank you for coming in. How are you? There's her link. Go check her out. Want a heat mat? That'll work, Eka. I've done that before with no lights. Yep, a great big Happy New Year, everyone. I'm trying to scroll, get past all the links. No, we know you wouldn't be asking for Gucci slippers and diamond earrings on your wish list. You're not that type of person. No. The wish list, initially when I set it up, was with Adrian. She said, it doesn't matter, just put something on there. Like, here's the link, and you don't have anything on there. So she was right. And then when things were different, you know, like, what's it called? Let me think. I'm gonna have a brain fart. Like a roaster pan was in there because at that time that would have been great for me with all the tomatoes and stuff. I deleted it out. Anything that's not of a necessity is not in that wish list, right on down to those silicone baggies, because then I can wipe it out and I can just keep reusing them. They're in there. It might be like a multi pack is in there of all the different sizes, I think, or maybe I did the quarts. I'm not really sure, but that would be a necessity to store food in there. He had me put a cooler in there that would be more logical for inside my vehicle. I already told you, battery jumper. A way to be able to cook. That was important. A sleeping bag that does for very cold temperatures. So you get the objects. Yeah, definitely wouldn't be for no Gucci earrings, girl. Oh, really? You're trying to win one, Eka? Or Suzanne, you are at Eka? Oh, keep trying to win a heat mat at Garden State Gardeners. Yeah, if you write underneath when he goes live, you have a really good chance of winning. If I could, I think, don't hold me to this, Eka, but I think one of the boxes that came here, there's a mixture of everything, may have a heat mat in there. I'll double check. And if I do have one in here that should be in storage, be more than happy to send it out to you, my friend. But I would have to definitely double check. Everyone's saying Happy New Year. Smash that thumbs up, please, says the Rooster. Greatly appreciate that, the Rooster. You look good tonight, Melody. It's probably just the shirt. When I drove, I think I found it on the clearance rack. I don't know. I have to double check. But I said right from the gate, it's sort of like, I have this logic. Are you ready? Here's my logic. If you want to look put together and you need to run out and you don't want to look like a slob, workout pants, workout shirt, cute pair of sneakers, or some Ugg boots, good to go, right? So this was on that thing, and that's pretty much what it is. So I threw it on for tonight. I think the tag might still be on it because I'm a weirdo like that. I went there for gloves. I saw this because I can't find any long sleeve shirts. I definitely need a pair of like ski gloves, but was not willing to spend $14.99 of money that I don't have when I'm trying to get a place. I have scarves and jackets, but no like gloves. And when we were in those temperatures, oh my gosh, 3 of my fingers specifically on this hand was like, just kept feeling like they were going to fall off. So I'm like, how do I not have a pair of gloves? So when we stopped at TJ Maxx, they had a pair of ski gloves for $14.99, and I said to Debbie, I'm not buying them. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm positive. I did have them in the cart, and then before I was ready to get in the line, I'm like, I'm not spending $14.99 for a pair of ski gloves. Me personally, I'm not. I said, I'm trying to get a roof over my head. I'll just have to freeze my hands off. But yeah, thank you about the compliment for the shirt. We'll see if I keep it. Maybe a video about what to grow to feed chickens. That's good. Yeah, I can say what I'm doing for the chickens, what I feed them. I could do that. And like maybe a little bit of like what I've learned having chickens. I do feel bad that if I have to give them to someone, I would like to sell it as like a thing, the chickens and the coop. If that doesn't work out, I would rather give the chickens to someone that already has chickens. I mean, it's going to break my heart, but I can't be living in my SUV with chickens. But yeah, we'll do some type of series on, well, the suggestion was maybe a video about what to grow, to feed chickens. Yeah, that's good. I mean, you know, chickens love greens for sure, but yeah, I can try that. Great suggestion. I have yet on the couch, just trying to get better. Well, we were on here live for anybody that was alone on New Year's Eve. Pam says if you're going to be in your car, check on community gardens so you can grow your own food and have YouTube content. Bam, I'm telling you, she thinks like me. That thought already entered my mind earlier this evening when I was on the phone, that if I can keep the food here, I'm probably going to have to stay within the area. And if I could come up with the money for that garden center, that might be a possibility. That really may be a possibility, but we'll have to see. Let's hope and pray I can get a roof over my head. But if I am in that vehicle, and, you know, it would give me something to do. It's a good idea. And Sunset Farm Ohio's idea was very good. Maybe a video on Molly, and don't remember the other pup's name. Molly and, okay, well, Jean's dog is Powder. And he doesn't really like men. He was abused by men. And then it's, geez, I'm going to have a brain fart. Let me see. Molly, oh, and Coco. I don't know when it happened. I wasn't in the room when it happened. I was outside setting up the run for tomorrow for the chickens, and I heard a bunch of commotion in here. And I was like, what's the matter? What's going on? And he said, Molly. Thomas did, like I heard him. And I said, what about her? And I was like, okay, what did she do? And he said, she went after one of the little dogs. And I said, she did? Like who? Coco? And he said, no, Sophia. So Jean yelled at her, like, get on that couch and don't get off. And they wanted to make sure they had the right dog, thoroughly looked her over, apologized to me and said, I don't know why she did that. Really sorry. And I said, it's okay. Sophia wasn't hurt. She was just scared because she's my toy Yorkie. So she went under the bed and hid. And when they looked her over multiple times, she is fine. And I was thinking, yeah, that's weird. So I don't know if maybe Sophia was maybe in her turf or something like that, but she's a big dog. And she would sincerely hurt Sophia. So they were on her like that, you know. And then he, of course, came to me on the side and was like, I'm really sorry. I'm like, no, that's okay as long as she's not hurt. You know, Coco and Powder are afraid of fireworks. I found Coco in my bed earlier, his big dog, with the vest on with the medicine in it. She's the one that went after a chicken. I think they both did. But he said it was mainly her. So I don't know. You can never trust a domesticated dog, but they're used to Coco and Sophie. But she didn't listen to Thomas. She kept getting off the couch, and Jean came from around that kitchen like, get on that couch. She listened to Jean. Jean was not playing. Love you so much, Mel. Oh, I love you, Erin, more. But yeah, I could possibly do that, Joe, if I could remember their names. Sometimes I have brain farts. You know how that goes. Erin, you're too sweet. We look after each other. That is true, Echo. We really do. Good people are hard to find these days. Blessings. That is true. It's very, very true. And that's, I don't know. Stay tuned for my video for North this week. I did go into Pinball Preparedness, who did a nice little tribute to him. I just didn't feel ready to say whatever I wanted to say. And I don't have a great editing software, so I'm just going to be me. And maybe tell you some few funny stories, few conversations we used to have at night. But even if he was anxious at night, maybe he knew a little bit what was going on and I could be on that other end of the phone. I know what that feels like to be anxious. But he was just a great person. And yeah, that video also will be coming out this week. I didn't care if someone else put theirs out first. It's just not who I am. And once his son called me, which I will also be elaborating on that a little bit more, which he gave me full permission to. Just stay tuned for that video. But that leads into what, you know, good people are hard to find these days. That he was definitely one of those people. Prayers, it doesn't come to that melody. I know, Voon, but got to be prepared and not caught off guard. You know, we're doing all that packing for 30 days, and it's like, I want to make sure, and a couple subscribers wrote that too, like, get a bag together as an emergency bag. Darren did say that. I do have a bug out bag. It's been in my vehicle for 2 years. I was supposed to show it. I never did. You would probably fall over if you saw what was in my bug out bag. Because my bug out bag, I think, is a little hardcore. Like, I have an axe. I have something I could saw, you know. It was just missing, like, a poncho for the rain. I think a wool blanket. I didn't feel comfortable showing it, but I have a Mexican blanket. Anyway, I do have a bug out bag in there, but we moved on to the next thing because a bug out bag is only supposed to weigh so much so you could carry it. So that was something that came up yesterday between Red Silo and myself, was to start getting some food items together. A few subscribers wrote me and said maybe you should get a bag together with some heavy clothes articles, you know, for just in case. So, I mean, good points, valid reasons, but hopefully it doesn't come to that, but we'll see. Let's see. Sean always said, never look down on anyone unless you're helping them up. Yep, everybody that's came in here and has had anything to say about Sean, he always said that. Lift your brothers or sisters up. I feel like, how could you do nothing? You know what I mean? Especially if you're like close to someone. I don't know. I just think strange things in my head. Paul says DM fingers are typing faster than my brain's going. Yep, she says she's gained a lot of knowledge being here, which would be Erin on gardening and things like that. You don't garden. I had imagined you with a beautiful allotment, like Claire's another cute redhead. And you come here to take on Mel's beauty and her cute butt. Oh my gosh, Apple Honeyman. You folks, you and Joe, crazy. Just let you know, I'm occasionally buffering now, but my internet may drop. Okay, Suzanne, we do love you. Thank you for helping out the best you can. Oh, really? Yeah, I had to take it out, obviously, because when I figured I would need it, would be good for, yeah, like a turkey or all those tomatoes I was growing. Adrienne says that she ended up getting one of them roasters, used it on Thanksgiving, and what a blessing it was. Yeah, they're great to have. No, I read that. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully she doesn't get booted, though. Hopefully Suzanne can stay. Hi, Miss Cindy Brown. Look who comes in. And and drops my Amazon wish list. Happy New Year, Cindy. How are you, darling? Happy to see you. Saying hello, all. So great big. Happy New Year. 12-volt appliances plug into a cigarette lighter. Now I'm going to go the other route, like a little propane type of stove where you could put the pot on the top. I would need something like this. Let me show you. I mean, I had one like this, but I don't know what happened to it. It didn't have handles. My handles were carved in. Whoa, I almost ripped the plug out of the phone. This one's pretty heavy. But Red Silo asked me if I had like a card table. This one's a little bit bigger. Mine didn't have the handle, like the heavy handles, but I know what he's getting at. Some type of heavy tray. You can sit a little stove right on the top of it, you know, so it won't fall over and set my vehicle on fire. So something along the lines of that. But like I said, he did ask me if I had a card table, and I said no. But I knew what for though, like I just explained. So let me show you. Instead, I just had to pull my hair back. Happy New Year to you all, says Cindy. Happy New Year to you. Happy 2023. I hope it's wonderful for you. Yep, me too. Oh, you got him a Indiana Backyard Gardener. Adrian says, I got my hubby a portable oven for a semi. Oh, that's interesting. Probably loved it, right? 24 volts. Right, okay. When my nephew was living in his car, he made a sun oven to put on his dashboard. People do some amazing things. Me, it would just be traumatic enough as it is. I think what we put in the Amazon wish list is just one of those with the round base, and it has the little things that open and you just light it. It's like a little kit that comes with a couple pots and something else. You know, ex-military, these are the things that he suggested. Some of the things are very, very reasonable. But smart things to have, you know. Somebody said power inverters. I think he added a power, like an inverter as well for my vehicle, so it doesn't like kill my battery. Paul says chickens eat anything. Healthy, wealthy, and blessed. Happy New Year's Day. Hello. Happy New Year's. I suddenly have a flyaway. How are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome in. That would be Kat, everyone. Say hello to Kat from Wealthy, Healthy, and Blessed. Last night I forgot who she was. I was like, wait, that's Kat. So welcome in, Kat. Great big happy New Year. Cindy says, Big Leg, how close are you to Lebanon, PA? I have no idea. I would have to look it up. Why? I don't know if that's up north. It's not ringing a bell. My zip right now is 19021 in Pennsylvania, if that helps and you want to look it up. Let's see. It's great having Kat in here. Yeah, I'm with you, Mel. In the morning when I wash the breakfast dishes, I do it outside in our wash basin. And when I get a bowl of water to rinse them, the water is so cold it hurts my fingers. Oh, yeah. And I'm weird about soap. You know, do you ever get like somebody washes a cup and they don't rinse the soap out properly? Then you go and you pour something to drink and you're like, okay, that's gross. Yeah, I have to keep rinsing it. And I've done that before, Joe. The Rooster says, Melanie, do you have a safe place for your SUV to be? I don't like this. I'm worried for you. That I can't answer right now because I don't know. I'm not going to try to scare anyone because I'll freak myself out. I'm just honest. I wear my heart on my sleeve. So here we go. This is something I said that I thought was vitally important that came up in the conversation yesterday with all this work we were doing for YouTube, for the Amazon wish list. Me and Darren from Red Silo Homestead, before I took a shower and went live last night. I had said I'd have to figure it out of where I'm going to park. I said, he asked for a picture of my vehicle. I said, it has semi-tinted windows. I said, but Darren, I said, I'm not trying to get raped or murdered. I would want something to cover the windows, or I'm going to be in that spooked out. Like, is somebody looking at me? Does someone know I'm in here? So that was the first thing that came to mind. To answer your question, no, I don't offhand. I don't. So, but that is a fear of mine. So he was talking about like how they have these Velcro things. This wasn't anything that was added into the Amazon wish list. He said you would get Velcro, and then he said at one time, I think when he was traveling, he put it like a t-shirt up or something. And I said, well, I would have to do cardboard. You know what I mean? That's like a big fear of mine. I obviously would have both of my little dogs with me. Coco is a little bit bigger. I'm sure if she hears anybody near my SUV, she's going to start barking, but the world's crazier. And I did blatantly say, I have this concern. And he said, what is it? And I said, I know I'm in a bad situation and I know I may have to be in my SUV, but I'm not looking to get murdered or raped. You know, I want to make sure no one can see in those windows and stuff. So, oy vey, it's nerve-wracking. So, Rooster, yeah, you're worried, I'm worried. But that was my worriment, you know. Oh, Pam, she says you're the best gardener out there. Pam, that's way too kind. That might be reaching over the top. I'm sure there's people that are so much better. Like Charles Downing, he was one of my favorite. No, thank you for the compliment. I have to learn to take compliments. Thank you for that. Yeah, my Coco. She doesn't seem like she would be like ferocious. I think the reason why Jean and Thomas picked up Coco, because Coco might have snapped back, because you're not going to pick on Sophie. She has her moments. I remember the Roto-Rooter guy used to come to my house. He was this little Spanish guy. And my dog didn't like him coming in. She didn't want any guys in there. And she used to go after his ankles. Not that she's an ankle biter, but she just did not like him. But she doesn't go around just biting people. Poor baby, glad they were there and caught it. Yep, absolutely. A lot of dogs will attack one with major anxiety. Yeah, Sophie's a little bit, like Coco was licking her backside repeatedly. The noise of the licking just gets on my nerves. I was asking her to stop, but then I realized my Coco is an anxiety dog, and Sophie has separational anxiety and just different types of anxiety. And I'm sure when that happens, you know, it probably upset her much. So she's probably currently in the room still licking her backside. But gotta love Coco. Like although Mel has brain farts and I can't stop farting. Oh my gosh, Bo. Yep, Erin, he's at it again. She's put all these laughy faces. See, this is the cheeky stuff only you can deliver. That's the word that he used. You know, Paul's cheekiness. Wow. Sorry about that. I was like trying to pull the chair in and realize where the wrong is to the table, and it just whacked me right in the knee. It just occurred to me, Brett Vitality message stayed for a while in a cozy dreamer. This is near Asheville. While he stayed there, he was able to garden. Yeah, I'll have to see what happens. Yeah, so Adrian, so hit me up. Like I said, I didn't want to make a big stink, but I do have information for you about the bag so we can get it looked at. I think Kathy said there's a place that she could take me, but I don't know. You know, it's probably going to be outside that bubble. I might see if she can just take it and get it priced. She was talking about that this week, but her hairdresser has it listed for like $2,000 and some odd dollars. So we'll be in touch, Adrian, on that. Adrian says, I have to call it an early night. We were up until 2:30, and then up for church early. I'm tired. Love you, girl. Happy New Year. Thank you for coming in. It's great to see you back. Have a good one. Get them appliances sold. Get you a place smell. Well, listen, some's in storage. I don't know how to sell it. I did say this before. I feel like when I came here for the 30 days, Thomas gets laxy daisy. So now I'll have to ride his butt again and be like, let's go. I think I said I need picture of the appliances with the model number, like the make and model number, I think I said. So I'll have to get on them. I'm trying, Adrian. Sean was the best. Rest in peace, dear brother. That is for sure, Rooster. It's hard. That's a hard one to swallow. But good night, Adrian. Happy New Year's. Get some rest, darling. Let's see. Everybody's saying bye. She says good night, Mel. Good night, all. Good night, Adrian. Love you, girlfriend. Cam lift my sister up. That'd break my spine. She's a big girl. Oh my gosh, Paul. Man, have we missed you. Right, Pam? Isn't he funny? He's a funny one. Oh my God, that was not kind. Says Cindy. Let's try this because they're going to ask me about this in the morning. Let's have a date. This says idea. Let's see. Okay, so this is what this says. Jean and Thomas said if you want to share these little dessert cups that they sell, I don't know where they sell them, said why don't you try one on live with everyone. So this is tiramisu. Apparently they're like these little mini desserts come in these little jars. It was I think it was like a 6-pack. Sugar cookie and tiramisu. So let me do this before I end up forgetting, everyone. Comes with a plastic seal on the top. I love tiramisu. I make it from scratch. Boy, oh boy, could I go for some of that right now. Okay, here we go. I don't want to get it in my hair, but I have to give like a fair review. Let me give you the name of it in case you have it, I don't know, in your fancy stores. This is by, I think it's JARJOY, single servings, dessert in a jar it's called. It's a 3.42 ounce jar. It says keep refrigerated or frozen, and this one happens to be tiramisu in a jar. So prepared, have a spoon. I don't know, it seems a little weird that I'm trying like a little, I don't know, let's just go for it. Ready? Gonna be fair and just take a big spoon. Well, Thomas is right. It definitely is very strong in the coffee department, which doesn't bother me any. I use espresso and Kahlua when I dip my lady fingers in. So now let me go down to the creamy part because I felt like that was all chocolate. There's the creamy part. Wait, there's my big dent. Here we go. Honest to goodness, I think these are good. Especially if you don't have the means to, try to make that clear, if you don't have the means to making it. I would give this about, well, it's definitely not my tiramisu. Mine is delicious. But this is good when you're not making it homemade. So I would give this, because I give my homemade tiramisu, not to be a snob, I give mine like a 50. I would give this a 10. This is really good, folks. So in case you're interested, it's Jar Joy. Single serving, dessert in a jar. So that was suggested by Jean and Thomas to try it on live tonight and see what I thought. So I think it's pretty good. There she is. Don't you know? Her name is Debbie. I spoke of her earlier. She was in last night's New Year's Eve. Who said she's been a long time subscriber who doesn't really talk. Everyone give Debbie a warm welcome for her Sunday Night Live. I'm happy to see you here. She says, "Hi, Melanie. I told you that at least stop and say hi. Did you see the 2 emails I sent you?" No, I did not. Do you have the right email and when did you send them? But the other Debbie, who helped me do all the packing, said, the woman Debbie that was in the live, she said it doesn't really talk. It's just been a long time. She said she was doing so good talking. I said, yeah, I know. I told her she could come in, say hello, hang out. But it was great to get to know her last night. Because sometimes you have all these extra views and you don't know who's like per se watching. Sorry, let me pull my hair back down from trying that dessert. But yeah, so her name is Debbie. Let's see. See, Erin remembered and said, hi, Debbie. Erin was funny last night. She said, hi, Debbie and Debbie, because both the Debbies were in here last night. Very easy for me to think a move from PA to North Carolina would probably as lengthy as me moving North Toronto or southeast to Meridian or Cancun. I don't know. That would be drastic, you know. But anyway, Debbie, Happy New Year's. Be right back when I get this email to you, sis. Okay, great. Thank you, Roaster. There are multiple sun oven videos on YouTube, also alcohol stoves like the penny stoves. Even I can make a crude alcohol stove at Bake. Yeah, I was just going to go for like normal, so I could pack it up quick. It's just like a little propane thing. A Sterno stove is also a great idea. You can buy Sterno at the dollar. Oh, at the dollar and a quarter tray. That's funny that it's called $1.25 tray now, but I know it's so true. Yeah, I mean that's would be something that would be in my bug out bag for an emergency. But as having to live in my SUV for however long, Darren was going for something a little bit more, it's compact, you could fold it up and it comes with a couple pans, I guess. I don't know, I just added the links in there, my friends. I bet you've seen videos here on YouTube eating lizards and mice. Ugh. That was addressed to Paul? I've never seen that. A penny stove is made with 2 soda cans. The one I made uses 1 soda can. That's interesting. The best stove is a butane stove, and the canisters are at Walmart and about $4 and lasts for a while. Huh. It's good information. Oh my God, me too, with soap. I get on my daughter's behind about that. I hover over her. I don't trust her to rinse the soap properly. I know, especially like if you're not using Dawn and use Palmolive, it sticks to the plastic. Oh, it's gross. I had a beer can. Rubbing alcohol to works, but 90% rubbing alcohol is better and more expensive. Okay. Let's see. Coco Chanel and Sophia Loren, totally original and very nice names. Thank you, Joe Serrano. Yeah, I read the whole book of Yorkies. They need to have like something that stands out. I didn't want to do like, what was it? Like Elizabeth Taylor was popular. Queen Elizabeth was, I'm like, I'm not doing that. I always liked fashion. That's where I came up with Coco Chanel. And I'm pretty sure you could figure out where I came up with Sophia Loren. Melody, I hope it helps. Let me know if you get it on Wednesday, sweetie. Get what on Wednesday? It says, Melody, I hope it helps. Let me know if you get it on Wednesday, sweetie. What should I be looking out for? The rooster says, okay, I'm back, Melody. Got my number and an email to you. My real name is Jeff. Hi, Jeff. I'm Melody, obviously. That's awesomeness. I will definitely give you a ring-a-ding-ding. Let's see. Oh, Deb, you're getting off already. Good night, everyone. I really have to go to bed. Morning comes too fast. Yes. Thank you, Debbie, for coming in. You can always watch this back. Yeah, just thank you and Happy New Year. I'm so glad you popped on and actually spoke. And hopefully we'll see you soon throughout the week and maybe on next Sunday. Have yourself a fantastic work week. Stay safe, and we will see you soon. And Happy New Year. Boy, I would save a fortune if I lived over by you, Suzanne. Yeah, because nothing would be close, right? Tiramisu, that's an Italian dessert. It is. Used to be able to buy some here. Also, baba rum, a sweet cake steeped in rum, both so good. I've had Italian rum cake. The baba rum, I don't know, it sounds familiar. Tiramisu from scratch. Oh, so good. I make it every Christmas and sometimes for New Year's too. I remember being at Jimmy's and I took it down to the downstairs refrigerator. I was going down and cutting me a big hunk of that every single night. Oh, I probably should buy the ingredients the next time I go out with Debbie just to treat myself and sit there and eat a whole tiramisu and get fat and fluffy. The Wickershire Project Off Grid. Hello, how are you? Agave, Mexican rum. Oh, now that I heard of. Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. Let's see. Right, Voon. It's Billy, right? Happy New Year's, Billy. Good to see you in here. Oh, and here's Joe saying, hello, Billy boy. Happy New Year to your Mrs. and Young Guns as well. Let's see. Oh, Miss Andell, Debbie is such a sweetheart. She's so nice. I was shocked when she said, I've been a long time subscriber. I just don't usually talk. And she talked last night. So if anybody's missed last night's live, the only thing that was abrupt is just me getting that phone call a little bit after 12. And I was like, okay, love you all. Happy New Year. Gotta go. Boom. Yeah, kind of went that way. And Debbie also works for like a nonprofit organization. So, you know, learn some things. Last night, heard stuff on YouTube is getting 3,000 views and not having that many subs. I get a feeling YouTube shares you out once in a while. Yeah, it probably doesn't help, Billy, that I'm not using my laptop and programming it. I wish there was a way to do that from the phone. I feel bad asking the moderators, like, if you have the capabilities, can you share out my live? Tonight, I didn't even bother to even ask it anymore. Our Life Off Grid, who was also there last night for our New Year's Eve. Hello, how are you? Happy New Year's. We made it, right? Hopefully you haven't been saying, hey, Mel, for too long. I don't know how far behind I am. But welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. How are you? Let's see. They're saying hello to Mr. Paul. Creative Girl Homestead. Hello. Happy New Year, Melody and chat. Gotta go to bed. Have a good evening, everyone. Definitely will be checking up on you. Blessings. Thank you so much, Creative Girl. Means the world to me. Happy New Year. And I'll see you soon. Blessings to you too. Let's see. Mel, have you tried hummus made with chocolate and sweetened with sugar? No, I have not. This is so good. Love spreading it on corn tostadas or a slice of whole wheat bread. Oh, do you have a recipe? Send it to me. My email, Joe. Sorry. Let's see. Hello, all in the chat. Hello, Vanderland. You are not in Walmart because everything's closed. But Happy New Year, my friend. He was in Walmart last night getting some goodies and stuff for the kiddos for New Year's Eve. So he also was in last night. But Happy New Year's, Vanderland. Let's see. Grammy Karen. Are they back from vacation or no? Hello, Grammy Karen. Happy New Year. I guess that was fun celebrating it with the grandkids last night. Miss Grammy Karen was in here listening and hanging out with her grandkids because her daughter and hubby are on vacation, like in Cancun. How lucky are they, right? I think it's Cancun. But anyway, hello, Miss Grammy Karen. Happy New Year. Paul, funny man. I love when Vanderland comes in and calls him that. I love hummus just in general, Joe. Nice video notifications from you. Vanderland's always doing something. Mel, I'm excited. I have my granddaughter first time, I think, in 6 months since I've seen her. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad. You were with the window, right? How did you work on that today? How did that work out? If I could speak English, at Our Life on Grid. Did you have to put a window in? And I'm super excited that you get to have your granddaughter for the first time in 6 months. If that's not the best New Year's Day gift, what is, right? Congratulations. Happy New Year. Let's see. So it's supposed to be tomato. Tornado tomorrow, says Vanderland. Really? I hope not. Mel, growing anything weird this year? Everyone's done loofahs. Well, Billy, no, because I lost where I was living and I'm only staying somewhere for 90 days. What a huge possibility of having to stay in my SUV when the 90 days is up. So, yeah, if anybody can watch the master playlist, that would really help the channel out big time. Just filled you in real quick, Billy, because I know you haven't been over here in a while. Let's see. I'm trying to scroll. Have you heard Billy loofah edible when it's green and I heard people eat it when it's small. I like loofah for taking a shower. It's great. Steve, yeah, be careful, Vanderland. Eat it before or after someone used it. Ew. Oh, Our Life. Okay, let me see. No, you got all the troublemakers in one chat. Love it. They're not troublemakers. We're like the best over here. You just been missing out, Billy. Me and you, Joe, Paul, right? Yeah, because the rest of us are not. Mel, I ordered the inverter for your car, 12 volt, 110 volt. Bit of advice with them plug-in inverters. So, sweetie, make sure you recharge your battery after you use it to make sure the engine will start. Oh my gosh, Paul, no you didn't. Thank you so much for that. I forget the name of the thing where you plug it into an outlet, you charge it up, and you can get like 6, 7 jumps. You can jump your own battery. That's why I told Darren, and that's why I put that in the list, because I would be afraid of being stranded, and then you have to depend, like, can I get a jump? No, I'd rather just jump myself. So that's in my Amazon wish list. Paul, that was so generous and so kind. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, because I'm not trying to, not be able to use things inside that vehicle. That was so kind of you, Paul. I feel like I'm gonna cry, but I'm holding it together. Pam says, I'm a big fan of Grammy Karen. So adorable. I love Grammy Karen. She's the best. What haven't you done? You are always causing trouble in some way or another, says Cindy. Wasn't that thoughtful, Suzanne? Oh. Check one thing off the list. You know what I mean? You all can go over to the Amazon wish list and take a look at it and see what you think's a necessity. I'm just telling you the links, the items that he gave me. I thought he was really smart. I told him I was putting like a thing inside the lighter where it gives you extra holes and stuff. So yeah, thank you, Paul. I'm speechless and grateful beyond words. Paul says he's not innocent, but we already knew that though, right? Several million. just on very few lives when it's stable like tonight. I miss so much. Oh, that's a shame, Billy. Grammy Karen, that's my friend Pam. It joined me in the dirt. I know, we barely get to see Billy. The rooster, wasn't that great? He's saying, Paul, you're the man. That was so awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. One of my preps is a solar battery maintainer. It's worked well so far. I don't know what a solar battery maintainer is. I just thought, so I don't have to ask anybody for a jump. Or if I'm in a bad situation in the middle of the night and I can't get away, I want to be able to zap my own battery, you know? Oh, the things I have to think of. I'm in survival mode. That's what it is. Susie, that's awesome. Love solar power. Jumper jack? Is that what it's called? Okay. Yes, I've seen the booster pack also, sweetie. Just run the engine for 30 minutes after you use it. Okay, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, look who it is. Hello, G-Man. That's my grandson, Gavin Mason. I mean, I do text this boy, right? These kids say they don't text back. I texted them Happy New Year's Eve. I texted them Happy New Year's Day. Hello, Gavin. Happy New Year's. I love you, buddy. You need to come visit me while I'm here. Everyone, that is my grandson, G-Man, 45J123. Call your car insurance and see how much it would be to add on roadside assistance. Whoever owned my vehicle before me had an OnStar, and I tried to get OnStar, and they were telling me I couldn't get OnStar. It was like I had it before or something. I'm like, I never had OnStar before. You weirdos. Like, so yeah, I mean, it has OnStar, but I don't know who had the vehicle prior because I had bought it used from Reedman Toll. And it was preventing me from getting the OnStar on, but that's a good idea, Cindy. Very good idea. I love you, Gavin. Pam, wasn't that so nice of him to do that? Because it's not like this humongous list, everyone. I'm not trying to freak you out. It's most important items. Maybe Paul can vouch for it if he saw the list. What, like maybe 10? 15 max. I don't even think it's 15. And it's like, I could breathe. Check off the list. You know, because honestly, I've been looking, and even Thomas looked at a place down the street here. He pulled it up for a studio. He said it was making no sense. It was saying like $1,200 just for a studio here. So, I mean, I kind of foresee in my future I will be in my vehicle. Craziness. But that was so nice of him, Pam. I was playing with the grandkids some and missed a lot of the conversation. Have you had a good New Year so far? I did. I had a little bit of anxiety this morning, but could be coming from all the, you know, trying to prepare type of things. Because we did that Amazon wish list yesterday. And then I thought, well, maybe it's because I didn't eat when I was on the phone with Pam. I was struggling a little bit, feeling a little lightheaded and dizzy. But overall, other than that, it was good. And they made a fantastic pork roast, which I like. It's what I would have made if I was in my own place, with sauerkraut and mashed potatoes. The only difference is, which I thought this was good, she puts 3 Granny Smith apples in with her pork and sauerkraut. And I'm telling you what, folks, it was delicious. With the mashed potatoes, the only thing she forgot to do, she said, was the asparagus. But I went outside to look at the stars and literally looked up and said, completely grateful, you know, that even I'm here for now, and was able to eat with them. Of course, they invited me Christmas dinner. It was just me, Thomas, and Jean. She even gave my dogs a little something for Christmas and gave me something for Christmas too. You know me, I'm not going to talk any smack on anyone. If somebody does something nice. I gave Gina a hug and I was like, you didn't have to do that. She gave me lavender body wash, I think it was. Really warm, because she knows I'm cold. Really warm. They're like socks, but she's like, no, they got grips on the bottom. They're slippers. They're pretty. They're silver. And like a really good lotion. And I thanked her for it and gave her a hug and said that was awfully sweet and kind. You didn't have to do that. And then I got to eat Christmas dinner with them, so that was nice. I also do help her with all the cleanup or anything she wanted baked or dinner rolls, which you'll see that video this week. I helped her with all that. But when I looked up at the sky earlier this evening, I said, I feel blessed. Like, at least Christmas morning was good. Christmas Day was not good. I spent the whole time in the room. And then we had dinner together, and then I was just in the room. But that was lovely of her, and I gave her a hug and thanked her. So, but, you know, to Grammy Karen's thing, a good New Year so far. But how is my lovely grandson doing, and when is he going to get over here to visit me? So there's a Sonepec solar battery charger maintainer. Huh. I'll have to look at that when the live unlocks. I really wish I owned 100 acres with tons of RV hookups, showers, small cabins to help people out like I wanted to. Yeah, that would have been awesome. Could you imagine? Back on their feet, waiting for that blessing. Roadside assistance is only $5 a month for me. Really? I'm going to have to look into that, honestly, Cindy. That's good advice because I fought with OnStar. I'll tell you what I mean. When I was friends with this girl, Liz, she hit the button by accident and locked my dog in the car, and she's a bimbo. Sorry to say it like that, but it did. And she's like laughing, and I was like, you have no children. That's not funny. It's in the heat. This isn't a laughing matter. Now I have to figure out how I'm going to get my dogs all out of the vehicle. I was flipping out at OnStar, like my dog is locked in the car right now. I've never had OnStar. Needless to say, I think somebody came along and was able to pop the door lock open. I think it was a police officer. OnStar did not even unlock the door. Could you imagine if that was a child in the car? My goodness. So yeah, I'll have to definitely look into that. Paul's a little devil, isn't he, Pam? Thank you, Cindy, for posting that. I greatly appreciate it. I'm sorry, Billy, that happened to you. That's terrible. That's a real bummer. He is like the Energizer Bunny, for sure. Oh, I'll have to look at it, really? Cindy says, Billy, and the new place is beautiful. Rule of thumb, own your own cheap, unrestricted land, park, or build what you want. Off-grid life being thrown into it was a blessing. I would love that kind of life. Gavin says, I'm here. Hello. Happy New Year. Love you. Love you more. Sorry. I know you're Mr. Popular, but can you come visit me when you feel a little bit better? Before I'm not staying here anymore? That would be pretty awesome, sauce. I sent a link to the solar battery maintainer to your IG. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. Mel, we did video up on it. Okay. Awesome. Always keep a third key zip tie under the car truck. Yeah, that's the other thing. I paid $75. My friend John Pizzi went with me to get an extra backup key. And the key only unlocks the door. It doesn't even turn over in the ignition. And by the time I realized it, I don't know if they'll do anything about it because some time has went by. So I have to make sure I have 2 keys that can turn the ignition and 1 key that's a spare that can at least unlock the door. So that's what I'm up against, my friends. And yeah. And let's see. So this week, I'm going to post those dinner rolls that I made for Christmas. It's easy, you guys, and they're light and fluffy. Our kitchen was a little bit colder, so it took a little bit longer for it to rise. Glumpies I just made the other day. They ate a whole pan. True story. They ate a whole pan. So I did make that. I have the chickens. Their cuteness Monday. And yeah. So that's kind of what's going on at the moment. I'm just trying to plan for being in my vehicle. I'm hoping to be able to do some more canning videos. Definitely need some more pints because I just found a lot of dry beans. And he made sense, like smaller the jar. A lot easier, you know. But let me show you this. Because I think I'm going to try it before I have to leave here. I just don't want to trip on a cord. Let's see. still had it all tucked away in the box. But this was my Christmas gift from Boone. Is that not exciting? In case you didn't see the video, she sent me an AeroGarden. Now I just need to learn about the empty pods so I can use my own seeds and not have it cost me a bunch more money. But look, I think this is, what's it say, 1 week? I'm looking at it backwards. Let me see. Oh, sprouts. Yeah, 1 week. Harvest in weeks. This is week 3. And this is week 5. So maybe I can try it out and have it harvested within 5 weeks. Isn't that gorgeous? Love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Boone, again. I really do appreciate it. I just didn't play with it, but that might be one of the videos is me setting that up and trying it out, at least while I'm here. Let's see. Oh, there's Garden State Gardener who popped in last night. He was feeling better, but was out Ubering on New Year's Eve. I was like, oh, please be careful. But Happy New Year, Garden State Gardener, Mr. Joe. How are you? Mel, do you have Planet Fitness in your area? It's $10 a month. There is one in the area. I'd have to ask my son, but that's still $10 a month. But I know some people say you can sleep in a Walmart parking lot. You can use Planet Fitness to take a shower. I mean, a lot of RVers and van lifers, they sleep in Walmart's parking lot. So, yeah, it's $10 a month, and that's how RV lifters get their showers. It will be nice to warm up. Yeah, but I'm trying to be so frugal. I mean, $10 a month is still $10 a month, but yeah, you don't want to be all dirty, Even in the Amazon wish list to be in my vehicle, they sell, well, we put it in there, the body wipes. They're like bigger wipes, so you can get clean on days that you can't take a shower. That's also in the Amazon wish list. Wasn't that very generous of my girl? So cute. Saying Happy New Year to Garden State Gardener. My mom taught me that when it's cold, proof your dough in the microwave. Don't turn it on. Yeah, that's how I do it. She has a fancy smancy little microwave. And our oven has an air fryer and everything in it. So I don't know. I did end up putting it in the microwave. You can turn a microwave on just to warm it up and then turn it off and cover your dough and put it in there. That's what I do. And then it rises good. It's the second rise of I was leaving it on top of the stove, but they're flawless. You can't screw them up. And I just figured I don't have that recipe on there, so it won't be perfect because I'm in someone else's kitchen and she wanted them for Christmas dinner and I forgot to upload it. So yeah, those rolls will be uploaded this week. Monday Cuteness with the chickens, the Golumpkies, and then hopefully I can get to Canon. You know what I mean? Can't wait for you to try the AeroGarden. Open, she says. Yeah, I'm going to try. I was afraid to open it because of how much time I had here. Vuna is awesome. Gavin's on there saying Happy New Year. Love you, Gavin. Voon says, I hope you enjoy it, Melody. I love mine. I don't know why it's doing that. I was so surprised to receive an AeroGarden. And if I would have been my own place, I would have probably screamed. But yeah, that's what I got for Christmas. Right there from Boone. And I absolutely love it. I got it before Christmas. And she was like, open it. I'm like, you sure you don't want me to hold on to Christmas? She said, no, open it. I was floored. And then I did a video on it. I don't even know if she knew. I tagged her in it. Yeah, so I did a Christmas gift, unboxing, I think was the name of it. But I love it so much. Thank you so much again, Boone. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out of the Our Life Off Grid. They did some shorts that are doing really well. I have to get back into doing shorts. Happy New Year, Mel, and everyone. Gotta scoot. Take care. Bye, Miss Andale. Happy New Year and good health, good fortune, all that good stuff. Hopefully 2023 will be better. But love you sincerely. Nobody threw up in my car. It was a good night. That is true, Mr. Joe. Oh my goodness. Have a wonderful week, Miss Sandale. Let's see. Hearts. Wait, what's happening? Are you moving? I'm only here at Thomas and Jean's for 90 days, Gavin. And then I'll probably be living in my SUV. So if you called me, you would know. Because you're old enough. But yeah, I miss you, so come by for a visit. Maybe this upcoming weekend or something like that, if it's okay with Mom and you can pull yourself away from your friends. That would be awesome. Yeah, I didn't know about the 90 days until 2 nights before I came here. And I wasn't even going to come here. I was just going to go in my vehicle because I was so mad. But that's that, 90 days. So what did I get here? The second week of December? Let's see. Everybody's saying Happy New Year to Miss Andale. Mel, I recently found out that the geranium flowers are edible. Did you know about that? I did. I can't say I actually ate it. Haas says certain hostesses are edible too. Mel's Amazon wish list. Thank you, Cindy, for posting that. Good job, Joe. I nearly had one throw up in my car on Christmas Day when I farted on the way back. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that he's back. Starting to sound more like himself because he wasn't feeling good. Mr. Joe was sick for the whole Christmas holiday. Boone's sick with the V, you know. Oh, everybody's got to get better. Garden State from the Rooster. Love you too, my mom. I love you more, Gavin. So fit me in your busy schedule. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's blurring in and out a little bit. Let's say New Year, new lives. My dog had her puppies yesterday. Oh, and posted his own link. Definitely will check that out after the live's over. So cute puppies, Vanilla Land says. Boone says I couldn't find the Arrow Garden in a card. Boone, you're funny. Don't forget the link where the pods are empty because I want to make sure I can afford it. So I can put my own seeds in it, which is cheaper. But I love you, Boone. That was a great gift. Yeah, Doggy Vandal Land. This is my jump starter. It went up in price, unfortunately. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Thank you so much, Suzanne. Suzanne, did you notice your internet didn't kick you off? You got to stay for the whole live. Oh, she already saw and said they're so cute. I can't wait to see the puppies. Doggy Daddy, that's right. Yeah, I went on like 9:05, 9:06 when I realized Garden State Gardener wasn't live tonight. I was like, oh, duh, Mel. No, I thought Gavin was middle school age. He's an adult. He's 11th grade in high school. He's 16 years old. He'll be 17 August the 18th. And he towers over all of us. He's on the swim team. He's on the bowling team. He's on the football team. He's a good young man. I love him to pieces and miss him. You know, kids get busy and then they stop visiting you. That's part stinks. I agree, Erin. Puppy daddy. What state town are you in right now? I am still in Bucks County. I just went up like one number in the zip code. This is the Croydon area. So still in the same area, just up a little bit further. So yeah, just figured Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Yes, he is, Cindy. Croydon, Pennsylvania. Yep. Because I've always been in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Right here is Croydon. My old zip used to be 19020. This is 19021. Okay, he says 6 foot tall size, 12-inch shoes, starting lacrosse in a few days. That's awesome. I know they get big so quick. So that's what's going on, everyone. New Year's, new way of thinking. So again, if anyone can take a look at the Amazon wish list, Red Silo Homestead, Darren and Justine helped out with setting that up with the most important items to have to be in my vehicle. So if you just want to check that out, pass that around, that would be awesome. If you can play the master playlist, that would be awesome. And I think Red Silo Homestead has something else coming up. We'll probably all know by next Sunday. When I know, you'll know. I know he said he was going to go to Mr. Garden State Gardener to shout it out, or in the Vineyard Chicks. So that's all I know right now. And Mr. Joe, yeah, we're just going to have to pick a winner for the salsa challenge as well. I don't want to leave people hanging because my life fell apart, you know. So got to do that as well. So yeah. Check out, let me see what I could remember. Ragnarok Prepper's daughter. Her video was really good. All you have to do is just type in the tag, you know, the hashtag Come Salsa With Me, and everyone's in there. I just didn't get to move them all over, obviously. But yeah. And then you still have my number. You can hit me up and tell me who you think. I'll tell you who I think. And we'll go with that. But anyway, so still watching your darn playlist, Mel. I had to start the 600s again due to my PC jumping them. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate anyone that can just let it run. I don't care if you're cooking and cleaning. I don't care if you're taking a bubble bath. If you can just let it run. Every now and again, just put like a heart. You don't have to go over and beyond to be like, watch a number, blah, 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 blah. Adrian is real precise with that. Miss Lori's World was real precise with that. It's like some type of number, then it's a bunch of other numbers. I guess letting you know what video that they're on, or what they were watching. I know Adrian was still watching until the holiday, and Miss Lori was done. So if you can fit it in and run that master playlist and just let it keep going and let the commercials play, that sincerely will help me out. Obviously to get paid, you know, so I would greatly appreciate that. Let's see, he's a great kid. Yeah. Gavin's such a great young man. I'm super proud of him. For a month, honestly, I had zero worries for the first time in my life, and a sense of freedom. Was dead of winter, January 3rd. No way, really, Billy? In Boston yet to boot? How did you stay warm? I found out I need to be at yours for a bubble bath. I only have a shower. Yeah, isn't that real stinky too? Something's going on with the hot water in this bathroom. Was great when I stayed here for 30 days. And now it's like you're lucky if you can get like 3 minutes of water. Thomas looked at it 4 times. He can't figure it out. So I don't feel comfortable to be like, Jean, can I borrow your shower or your tub? But I just need like a good, no rush. I mean, the one time I boiled a bunch of different tea kettles and dumped it into the tub to try to help the hot water situation. So I can at least lay back and put my ear in it. Because I still have to get this ear checked that's sore. Thomas was acting like, oh, I'll look at it when I get home from work. I'm like, who died and made you a doctor? Something's got to be going on with this ear, so I still have to get that looked at. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what's going on, trying to improve the YouTube. Got to come up with a winner for the Come Salsa With Me, Monday Cuteness Overload tomorrow, the rolls that I made for Christmas for Jean and her family, and well, it was 4 roast beef sandwiches, and then made extra, and that was with dinner. And then I made galumpkies the other day, and I'm undecided. I think I'm going to end up making a cabbage soup that's supposed to be really healthy for you. I'm going to try to post as much food videos as I can so there's content out there. And then I guess when it's time to go, we'll be doing content from a vehicle. So that is what's going on, everyone. What did he say now? Oh, well, Jimmy didn't have a tub at his place either. It was like atrocious. Billy's well insulated, says Cindy. Was off grid last 11 years ago. Yup, on the naughty list. He says, yikes, Billy, that's intense. Nuh-uh. Also think it's cool, double numbers, hence the 2. There's lots of 2s in that number. Vandalin. My niece's birthday is 3405. Oh, that's a great number. Eye openers. Yeah, I had my black eyed peas and steamed cabbage tonight. Yeah, Vandalin, I had to look it up. Me and Pam were on the phone earlier. She never heard of like making pork and sauerkraut for New Year's Day and what it stands for. And I said, yeah, and people down in the South, they make black eyed peas. It means something. So I read it. And the second definition I found said it's for health and wealth, that some of the back in the day or Southerners would actually put money in the food. Well, I lost it. I said to Pam, it's that mom thing, like, money's dirty, wash your hands. And I'm like, could you imagine it being put in your food? So, yeah, they used to put money in the black eyed peas down in the South. So that's like a big thing. Collards, I guess, and the black eyed peas for New Year's. We should have asked Miss Andel why she was in here. So, yeah, interesting fun fact on that. And a pork with sauerkraut is for good health, good wealth, good fortune going into the new year. So I've always made a pork, and I was thrilled that she made a pork for dinner tonight. So, and happy that I was invited to eat. Open those windows. Oh my goodness. Cindy goes, yeah, but she wasn't. Let's see. Okay, when I told someone I'd build something with solar if I could, I got the look. Some people just don't get it. I like solar. I prefer it over batteries. I don't want to get pretty much everything that's needed to be in my vehicle is non-battery. It would require, to be charged or like by solar. I think the crank radio has solar on it. I think a good solar lantern, and I don't think I was thinking of that. I don't know if you put a lantern on the list. But yeah, a lantern would probably be smart. Actually, you know what I think is smarter? Just hear me out for 1 second before I shut up and get off here tonight. I need a ring light. I saw Unstoppable Morgan using a ring light so she could see inside her vehicle. And I saw how it illuminated everything. And I was like, that's it. It's different to have a lantern for like in a tent, which she has a tent on the list. But, a ring light that could be also used for YouTube. And she lit up her whole motor vehicle with this ring light. And I'm like, that's it. So I don't know which one. I don't know if somebody can recommend a good ring light. I think I saw ones that come with tripods and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. But if anybody could think of a good ring light, let me know so I can add it into the Amazon wish list, because I think that was smart. She just lifted that up and over, and it lit up her whole vehicle that she pretty much lives in and drives state to state. She's in Florida right now. I used to watch her a long time ago, and I just kind of got away from her. And then with my situation, she just keeps popping up in my feed. And some van lifers keep popping up in my feed. So I think that's like a sure tell sign or something. Life is how you perceive it. I was never poor, just broke. I usually do. Oh, do you? That sounds good, Cindy. That's true, though, too, Billy. I always said that I'd rather be broke and happy than rich and miserable. No dollars for pork roast this year, but made pork sausage. Hey, you ate. That's all that matters. Because some people are so poor, all they have is their money. That's true. I thought about this. This is amazing, and I couldn't think of the name of it. Cindy says a big leg. Email Jackery, see if they will sponsor you. Worst they will do is say no. Is there like an email address? Because I thought of that before and I don't know how to, I guess, find it. I was like a little bit baffled, but yeah, if you can give me the information, I would so do that and just say what I could use a Jackery because living in an SUV. So that's like my problem these days because of my nerves. Because usually I'm a very good speaker, but I guess because I'm just nervous, that it's like this thing like, oh, I wouldn't know what to say or whatever. So yeah, if you can find their email address and send it to me and give me like a quick like what I could say, I would so do that. Oh, I would love if they gave me a Jackery. That would save me a whole lot of problems. That Unstoppable Morgan said it's doable living in my SUV with 2 Yorkies. Let me tell you that real quick. I was finally able to get a comment in. And then she said, but do be prepared for a dead battery. She recommended like that Honda 2000. She said it is expensive. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. But a Jackery would be great. You're so smart, Cindy. Sorry, everyone. I know, I'm right there with you, Paul. So Paul's saying, sorry, everyone, but it's 4:20 a.m. his time, and he's fighting his eyes again. Melody left out loud. Stay safe, everyone. God bless you all in 2023. Paul, Happy New Year. Thank you so, so much for what you did. You did not have to do that. I'm eternally grateful. I'm so glad to hear that you're starting to feel better. I wish you nothing but health, love, and peace for 2023, my friend. Love you to pieces. Same to everyone. Yeah, solar lantern, like light is a great tool. Yeah, Billy, if you can think of a good one or find one that you could recommend on Amazon, if you can send it to me in an email, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll take anyone's help. My Go Live ring light lights up my whole tiny house. Really? Okay, well, tell me which one you have. Send me an email. Love you, Paul. I love everyone in here. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm trying to Melody. That's just your phone listening to the van life algorithm. Okay. Mel, I will get you the info to IG. Thank you. Erin says, good night, everyone. 2023 has to be better than 2022. Amen to that, Erin. Melinda Elliott saying, hello, everyone. Hello. I feel like I'm so sorry you always pop in towards the end and you may have to rewatch if you don't mind, but Happy New Year. I hope that you have a wonderful, fantastic New Year. The Rooster says, Paul, get some rest. Take care of yourself. Melinda says, thumbs up. Thank you so much. So I personally, Melody, confidence, you got this. I'm a little bit more nervous lately. Before I would have never have thought about, oh, I don't know what to say and stuff, but I guess the soul just got to me, Vandal. Rooster said that's an excellent idea. Bone's next. She has to get some sleep too. You all have a good week. Good night, Melody, and everyone. I love you, Boone. Thank you again for my AeroGarden. I hope that the antibiotics start working and you feel better. I wish you nothing but love. Let me see. There's going to be my deep one for Boone. I wish you nothing but love, good health, and prosperity for 2023. Because I absolutely adore you, my friend. Happy New Year. Thank you for posting Melinda's link. I do rewatch. Thank you, Melinda. I so greatly appreciate it. Oh yeah, FYI, that ring light runs off of my Jackery 500. I would love to have a Jackery. Look at Walmart. They have lights 50 to 75 off. Give them a call to see if they have something. Even cork lights, battery lights that you put in wine bottles. Huh. That's interesting, Joe. May we all end this year happier and healthier than we entered it and more at peace. Well said, Miss Cindy Brown. Well said. I said something last night, like my wish was for people to be more kinder, less judgmental. Don't be mean if you don't have to be mean. because you never know what someone may be fighting every day to get up, Don't throw stones at glass houses, so to speak, and just try to be a genuine person. The world is tough as it is. So I'm wishing for myself good health and maybe some fantastic good luck. But I'm extremely grateful to call you all my family. This is a great community I'm involved in. I don't know what I would do without you, really, to be honest. I love each and every one of you. Let's just hope and pray for a good 2023. But I personally love you all. I hope that you have good health, wealth, whatever your little heart desires in 2023. The only thing I'm asking for is for people to be a little bit more kinder, a little bit more genuine, and don't be so mean. You never know what someone's fighting behind closed doors, or that struggle is really real. And that's my wish. And for my children to stay safe and healthy, and for me to stay safe and healthy. But these all mean the world to me. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I will, absolutely. So that's that. I adore you all. I love you all to pieces. Sincerely, Happy New Year. And thank you for everyone that came in. I wanted to just give back and do a live for anyone that was by their stuff last night. We weren't partying hardying, but I thought that was pretty good. So thank you for coming into that. And if you didn't see it, rewatch it. Stay tuned for the videos this week. If you can watch the master playlist or look at the Amazon list, greatly appreciate it. The Rooster, I'll look forward to your email and Cindy's. And honestly, I wish you all a very, very Happy New Year. And I think I'm going to just go and sit and eat this, which I do recommend big time, which is this dessert in a cup at the Rooster. What a blessing. Yeah, let me say, amen. I survived cancer at 29, just turned 61, never give up. I'm not giving up. That is a miracle right there. I don't want to die. I wouldn't be a person that would take my own life. That's not who I am. I believe in my faith, but I can't say every day is easy. I would be not telling the truth. I have good days, I have great days, I have lousy days, and I just have, I don't know, scared days, but hopefully I can get through this. I just need to dig down deep and, dig for some extra strength and prayers. But I love you all. I'm going to just kind of hold this up, look like a Piggly Wiggly. But Happy New Year. Again, don't forget that I truly love each and every one of you as if you were my own family. And I don't know honestly what I would do without you. We got you, sis. Do what we can. Thank you, the Rooster. Happy New Year to you. Vandal Land, I want to see those puppies. Everyone remember today is just another page in the book of your life. Wow, if she just didn't say that amazing. Cindy Brown, I love you, love you, love you. Happy New Year, everyone. And I will see you soon. God bless.